I wanted to very, very quickly talk about once again why you know, uh, for example, given the belief system that I have, when you know you're not really going to get any traction with most people that you talk to about these things, why do it? And if have kind of eschewed 90% of TV in favor of online resources, uh, the vast majority of which you're going to disagree with. What's a good response to that? What's a productive response to that? Should you be letting all this stuff annoy you or anger you or similarly irritate you? Well, it's very, very hard for that not to happen. Almost impossible, I would say. And that's reason enough, of course, to not spend that much time doing this. There's many, many other things any of us could be doing. Loads of good music, loads of good books, loads of good older films. There's your friends and your family and your wife or your whatever, or husband, whatever, and your kids, and there's work, and there's your voluntary stuff, and there's getting the dinner together, and a thousand other little what would be castigated as menial tasks, but they're actually the simple joys of life. So yes, limit your exposure for a start. But if you must, and again I'm referring to my own experience here of having had a Twitter account for 12 years and I just never used it. In the last couple of years I wanted to try and follow some of the folks that I had followed on YouTube, but who are now all banned from YouTube, and so that's why I tried to follow them on Twitter before they got banned from Twitter as well. But there's a few of them left. Get a few followers, put out a few tweets, retweet or quote tweet, and maybe follow some resources that maybe you don't agree with. But it's a good way of stimulating a bit of activity on a timeline and then seeing what you can find to look at. And again, this comes back to what's a good, productive, or helpful response to the sort of sewage that you see on a site like that. Well, if you really want to try and get into a conversation with someone that you disagree with, do the old Socratic questioning approach and try and do it in good faith, not just to be snarky and sarcastic and dismissive, because believe you me, that's what 90% of Twitter is, and the vast majority of it originates from the ghastly left. But I mean, there might be some good faith conversations to be had there too, so keep an eye out, you never know, you might. If you were being really talking good faith, you would say, well, my mind could be changed. It could be changed. For me personally, my mind has been changed. I had my positions, and my mind has changed on those positions. So that's not going to be my experience. But I certainly don't know everything, and I don't claim to know everything. And even saying that, I understand how much of a tosser I sound like saying that. But my mind has changed on a lot. So I've had the interrogation and the mindset shift. So I that's not really what I'm going to get. What I would be more personally, what I would be trying to get out of any of those interactions on something like Twitter would be, why aren't you if you have a broadly similar background to myself, why aren't you holding the positions I do? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But certainly it's neither achievable nor desirable to try and get everybody to agree with absolutely everything you have to say. It's not a tenable position, and don't seek it. But try and find those little nuggets of good faith conversations. There might be something useful in there somewhere, and you can abstract something from it. You know, but be prepared for a lot of abuse. Who cares? It's no biggie. Okay. probably another little black metal card up in the corner there as well. So yeah, thanks for listening.